In the vast and diverse world of Pokémon, there lived a small and endearing creature known as Squirtle. This tiny turtle Pokémon was classified as a water type, a designation that hinted at its deep affinity for aquatic environments and remarkable water-based abilities. Squirtle's origins in these freshwater habitats influenced its abilities, making it exceptionally skilled in water-based moves and tactics. Its aquatic mastery was the very essence of its role as a water-type Pokémon. Picture Squirtle in its natural habitat, often seen near the water's edge, basking on rocks or logs. Its distinctive design, characterized by its smooth, dome-shaped shell on its back, appeared to have evolved perfectly to adapt to these watery surroundings. This shell served as both protection and a buoyancy aid, allowing Squirtle to navigate the aquatic world with grace. Squirtle's heart resonated most with clean and unpolluted bodies of water. These serene environments were where it felt most at home, where its water-based abilities could flourish. Now, Squirtle's physical traits were not just for show, they had practical applications in its everyday life. Its shell provided defense against potential threats, while its tail helped it maintain balance in the water. And those expressive eyes? They were a means of communication, conveying its feelings and emotions to those around it. As you looked into Squirtle's expressive eyes, you couldn't help but be captivated by the sense of youth and innocence they conveyed. Those large eyes were a window into its playful and curious nature. Perched on the sides of its head were small, rounded ears, adding to its adorable charm. Squirtle had a way of drawing people in, making them feel an immediate connection. Speaking of its water-based abilities, they were at the core of Squirtle's identity. This little Pokémon was known for its water-related attacks, and understanding how they worked and how Squirtle employed them in battles was crucial to appreciating its prowess. Imagine Squirtle in a fierce Pokémon battle. Its most iconic move, Water Gun, involved it expelling a high-pressure stream of water from its mouth toward its target. The force behind this stream varied with Squirtle's level and experience, making it a versatile and effective ranged attack. But Water Gun was more than just an offensive move. It had practical uses as well. Squirtle could use it to extinguish fires or manipulate the water stream's direction to create barriers or obstacles during battles. Another signature move in Squirtle's arsenal was Bubble. When Squirtle unleashed this move, it released a flurry of small, water-infused bubbles from its mouth. These bubbles could strike opponents directly, causing damage, or be used strategically to obscure the opponent's vision, hindering their accuracy. In some cases, Squirtle could even create slippery terrain by using Bubble, reducing an opponent's mobility. But as Squirtle continued to evolve into Wartortle and eventually Blastoise, its water-based abilities became even more formidable. At the apex of its power was Hydro Pump, a move where Squirtle, Wartortle, or Blastoise expelled a colossal, high-pressure torrent of water from the cannons on their backs. The force behind Hydro Pump was incredible, and it often served as a finishing move in battles, capable of overwhelming opponents with its sheer power. In battles, Squirtle strategically employed these water-based moves based on its opponent's type and weaknesses. Water-type Pokémon, like Squirtle, held an advantage over fire, ground, and rock types due to the effectiveness of water attacks. Squirtle could also use its water abilities defensively, creating barriers or shields of water to protect itself or its teammates from incoming attacks. Now, let's talk about the strengths that made Squirtle shine in battles and competitions. First, its typing was a key advantage. Squirtle belonged to the water type, which meant it had a strong elemental advantage over fire, ground, and rock types. Water's natural dominance over these types allowed Squirtle to deal extra damage to them, giving it a significant edge in battles. Second, Squirtle boasted a versatile moveset. Beyond its water-based moves, it could learn a variety of moves such as tackle and bite. This versatility allowed trainers to adapt their strategies to different opponents and situations, keeping their opponents guessing. Third, Squirtle's ranged attack, water gun, was a valuable asset. It could strike opponents from a distance, making it challenging for them to close the gap and mount an offense. This range gave Squirtle an advantage in battles by allowing it to maintain control of the battlefield. Fourth, Squirtle's defensive capabilities were notable. Its shell served as reliable protection against physical attacks. Squirtle could withstand hits from opponents, making it a resilient choice in battles. As it evolved into Wartortle and Blastoise, its shell became even more durable, enhancing its defensive prowess. Fifth, Squirtle's tactical use of water was a unique strength. It could create barriers or shields of water to defend against attacks or to provide cover for its teammates. This strategic approach demonstrated Squirtle's adaptability and resourcefulness in battles. Sixth, the potential for evolution was a significant advantage. Squirtle's evolution into Wartortle and later into Blastoise unlocked even more potent water-based moves like Hydro Pump. This progression allowed Squirtle to become a more formidable opponent as it gained experience and levels. Seventh, Squirtle's adaptability shone in various environments. Whether it was in freshwater habitats, battles on land, or engagements in the water, Squirtle could thrive and excel. Its adaptability made it a versatile and well-rounded Pokémon. Eighth, Squirtle was a team player. It didn't just excel in solo battles, it also contributed to a team's success. Squirtle's water-based moves could be used to assist teammates, or create advantageous conditions on the battlefield, making it a valuable asset in team battles. These strengths combined to make Squirtle a well-rounded and formidable Pokémon in both battles and competitions. Trainers often valued Squirtle for its adaptability, its potential for growth, and its ability to excel in a variety of scenarios. It was a versatile choice that could hold its own against a wide range of opponents. However, like any Pokémon, Squirtle had vulnerabilities and weaknesses that trainers needed to be mindful of. First, its water typing made it vulnerable to grass and electric types. Grass-type moves were super effective against water types, and electric-type moves also dealt extra damage. Trainers had to exercise caution when facing opponents of these types. Second, Squirtle's move pool was somewhat limited outside of water-based moves. This meant that it might struggle against opponents with strong resistances or immunities to water-type attacks. Trainers needed to plan their moves carefully in such situations. Third, Squirtle's speed stat was relatively low compared to many other Pokémon. Its lower speed could be a disadvantage in battles, as faster opponents might outmaneuver it and strike first. Trainers often needed to compensate for this by focusing on Squirtle's defensive capabilities. Fourth, Squirtle was not immune to physical attacks. Despite its sturdy shell, it could still be vulnerable to physical moves, especially those from fighting-type Pokémon or powerful physical attackers. Trainers needed to be cautious when facing opponents with strong physical moves. Fifth, status conditions were a concern. Squirtle was susceptible to conditions like poison, burn, and paralysis. These conditions could hinder its performance in battles by reducing its stats or causing residual damage. Trainers needed to carry items like full heals or status healing moves to counteract these effects. Sixth, Squirtle's move pool for other types of moves was relatively limited. This made it somewhat predictable in battles, as opponents might anticipate its water attacks and prepare accordingly. Seventh, to unlock its full potential, Squirtle needed to evolve into Wartortle and eventually into Blastoise. Trainers should be aware that Squirtle might not reach its peak performance until it evolves, and this evolution might take time and experience. Eighth, environmental factors like terrain and weather could affect Squirtle's performance. Conditions like drought, rain, or harsh sunlight might enhance or hinder the effectiveness of its moves. Trainers needed to consider the battlefield conditions and adapt their strategies accordingly. These vulnerabilities and weaknesses were not limitations but challenges for trainers to overcome. Awareness of these aspects allowed trainers to make informed decisions, maximize Squirtle's strengths, and minimize its vulnerabilities in battles and competitions. It was the journey of growth and strategy that made Squirtle's character compelling in the Pokémon world. Now let's delve into Squirtle's personality traits, which endeared it to trainers and fans alike. Squirtle was known for its playfulness and energy. It enjoyed activities like splashing in water, exploring its surroundings, and engaging in friendly races with other Pokémon or its trainer. This enthusiasm was contagious and made Squirtle a joy to be around. Squirtle was loyal and trusting. It formed strong bonds of loyalty and trust with its trainers, valuing the relationship it shared with its human companion. Squirtle would go to great lengths to protect and support its trainer, deepening its loyalty as it evolved into Wartortle and Blastoise. Squirtle was sociable. It thrived in the company of other Pokémon and its trainer, enjoying group activities and interactions. This sociable nature made it easy to integrate into a team of diverse Pokémon. Squirtle was a team player. Its cooperative spirit made it an excellent collaborator. It was willing to work alongside other Pokémon to achieve common goals, whether in battles or during adventures. This trait made it valuable in multi-Pokémon battles and competitions. Squirtle could be mischievous and curious. Its playfulness sometimes manifested as mischief, and it might play pranks on its trainer or other Pokémon. However, these actions were rarely malicious and were more expressions of its curiosity and desire for new experiences. As Squirtle evolved into Wartortle and Blastoise, it exhibited a sense of responsibility and protectiveness. It became more skilled at using its water-based abilities not just for fun but also for defending and aiding its friends. This maturity added depth to its character. Squirtle's emotional expressiveness was a notable trait. It could convey a wide range of emotions through its expressive facial features. Happiness, excitement, curiosity, concern, and determination were just some of the emotions it could express, making it easy for trainers to understand its feelings. In some cases, Squirtle displayed leadership qualities. In the Pokémon anime, some Squirtle, when trained as part of the Squirtle Squad, developed leadership skills. They took on the role of leader among their group and demonstrated strategic thinking and decision-making. Squirtle was open to learning and growth. Its journey from Squirtle to Wartortle and eventually Blastoise represented its growth and maturity as a Pokémon. Trainers who chose Squirtle saw it evolve not only in terms of its abilities but also in its personality and character. These personality traits collectively made Squirtle an excellent choice for trainers who valued a fun-loving, loyal, and sociable companion. Its ability to adapt to various social environments and its willingness to be a team player made it a cherished member of many trainers' teams in the Pokémon world. Now let's explore the significance of the choice between Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander as a starter Pokémon. The choice of a starter Pokémon was one of the most pivotal decisions a trainer made in their Pokémon journey. Each of these starter Pokémon offered unique advantages, and the choice often depended on the trainer's preferred playstyle and strategy. Trainers who chose Squirtle did so because of the following advantages it offered compared to Bulbasaur and Charmander. First, Squirtle's water typing was a key advantage. Water-type Pokémon were known for their versatility and balanced stats. Squirtle's water-based moves granted it an advantage over fire-type Pokémon, which Charmander belonged to. This advantage could be particularly helpful when facing other trainers or gym leaders with fire-type Pokémon. Second, Squirtle boasted a versatile moveset. Beyond its water-based moves, it could learn a variety of moves such as Tackle and Bite. This versatility allowed trainers to handle a broader range of opponents and adapt to different challenges. Third, Squirtle's ranged attack, Water Gun, was a valuable asset. It could strike opponents from a distance, making it challenging for them to close the gap and mount an offense. This range provided Squirtle with an advantage in battles by allowing it to maintain control of the battlefield. Fourth, Squirtle's defensive capabilities were notable. Its shell served as reliable protection against physical attacks. Squirtle could withstand hits from opponents, making it a resilient choice in battles. As it evolved into Wartortle and Blastoise, its shell became even more durable, enhancing its defensive prowess. These advantages combined to make Squirtle a well-rounded and balanced choice for trainers. Its water typing, defensive capabilities, and potential for growth made it a reliable choice throughout a trainer's journey. However, the choice of a starter Pokémon was highly personal, and trainers might choose Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander based on their preferences and the challenges they anticipated in their adventure. Squirtle was more than just a water-type Pokémon in the Pokémon world. It was a beloved character with a rich history, unique strengths and weaknesses, endearing personality traits, and a pivotal role in trainers' journeys. Its enduring popularity made it an iconic and cherished Pokémon among fans of the franchise. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what your favorite Pokémon is.